LeBron and AD Who? Who needs them? We got to talk about it. My God. And I know the NBA community is going to get at me for not calling Tyrese Maxey a star. We got a couple things to talk about here on the Best of Seven Sports Talk. Happy Friday, NBA community, and salute. Let's get into the show this morning. Aha! Had to crack my knuckles for this one, man. Shout out to my Players Choice family. I hosted a watch party last night, Lakers versus Celtics, and man, what a game. Did y'all see the game last night? My God. Shout out to my Lakers. You already know, man. So last night, I'm hosting the watch party, right? And mind you, I have no idea that LeBron and Anthony Davis is out for the game. So I'm going into the watch party, and we're chopping it up pregame, and somebody in the live chat, they advised me that both LeBron and AD is out. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? And, I'm looking at the spread. The spread was what? 15 points, 15 and a half points for Boston. Boston overall for the year had only lost 2 games at TD Garden. So when you look at everything that was on paper, and they had everybody playing except for maybe one guy, I thought this was going to be a nasty game. Like, we were talking about possibly 30-point blowout, 20, maybe even 40. People in the live chat was talking about, guys chasing Kobe's 81. Could we see history last night? Would JT try to go forward with Jaylen Brown? If he was hot, would he try to go forward? We was just really like kind of blown away thinking that the Lakers stood no chance. And man, I don't know what I witnessed last night, bro. I'm still trying to come down from that high that I have watching the Lakers get this big win versus the Boston Celtics. I mean, it wasn't a dominant win at all, but the shooting, the 3-point shooting we saw from the Lakers, Boston was putting up some threes as well. That's what kind of kept the game going back and forth. But Austin Reeves played out of his mind last night, bro. Like, Austin Reeves really did his thing to me. He was clearly the player of the game. I was impressed with this guy right here that we see on the screen, though. Jackson Hayes. Justin, if you saw the game last night, bro, what do you think about Jackson Hayes? Because I was really impressed with his hustle. Vando had got hurt, but before Vando got hurt, you look at all the hustling that Vando did to keep the Lakers in the game in the first half. Very, very impressive win, man. I really don't know who would have thought the Lakers would have went into Boston without AD and LeBron and got the win, but they got a lot of help. Everybody stepped up. D'Lo played well. Rui started off a little bit slow, but Hachimura wound up playing well at the end of the game. Christian Wood, he was out there hustling and bustling all night long on both ends of the court. Teron Prince was playing well. Like, he was hitting some pivotal shots, taking it to the basket. Those guys were hitting more wide open 3-pointers. One of the problems for the Lakers all season is that they have not been able to hit wide open baskets. But it was kind of falling last night for the team. I mean, for Austin Reeves, most definitely, it had went down. And I don't know, man. I guess Darvin Ham lives to see another day. Darvin Ham, I believe, lives to see another day, because that was another topic of conversation we was talking about in, pregame. If the Lakers was to get blown out last night by 30 points, 40 points, if they just got embarrassed, would that be the icing on the cake for the Darvin Ham experience? Would the Lakers go into this weekend with a new coach or shopping for a new coach? But last night they got it done. I don't know how much credit you want to give Darvin Ham for last night's game. I don't feel like he cooked up something specific that got the team to win. I felt like those guys did their job, but you have to give Darvin Ham some credit. I don't know if it was about X's and O's or just keeping these guys focused, but they were focused the entire game. Effort was there from the start. They could have went out there and quit knowing that Boston was the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Like I said, they only lost 2 games the entire year. So the Lakers really could have went out there last night, not only stunk it up, but just had no effort. That wasn't the case. They won the first quarter, and then they won the second quarter. They might have won the third quarter. I don't know. I know it got kind of shaky in the beginning of the second half, and Boston had made that comeback and actually took the lead. But LA did not quit, bro. LA did not quit. Justin says he feel like he just had a good game. Still need to see more of him. He needs to get stronger and better. I agree. If we are talking about Justin Jackson Hayes' individual game, we definitely need to see more. We're not going to say, oh, he has made it, he's a star, all that other crap. None of that. Not off of no one game. He didn't play out of his mind last night. He played well. But I'm looking at it from my thoughts from the beginning of the season. When he had got picked up, bro, I thought that he was going to be starting at the 5 position. Not to say that he's a dominant center or anything like that, but I just thought by default, because of his size, Darvin Ham would start him at the 5, which would allow Anthony Davis to play not only his true position, but the position that he really wants, and that's power forward. And then you can bring LeBron back down to his true position, small forward. Darvin Ham starts the season out with Anthony Davis at the 5, LeBron at the 4, and it works at times. But to get the maximum potential from these guys, you got to have them playing their true position. So I just thought by default, you would have Jackson Hayes starting at the 5 to allow those other guys to get where they need to be. But that really wasn't the case at the start of the season. But, shout out to the Lakers last night for getting it done. Unbelievable fashion versus the Boston Celtics. So, I was interested in to see. What was your reaction to the Lakers winning last night, Jay?
I feel like it was impressive though. I feel like it was impressive for the most part. I feel like Lakers was playing like they had nothing to, like they had nothing to lose. I feel like the pressure was on Boston last night to win.
Word. Now we was talking in the watch party. We was talking about LeBron and AD, like moving forward. Now that you've seen this team play the way they played last night, do you think that LeBron and AD should fall back and allow these guys to show more of what we saw last night? Or do you think LeBron and AD should continue to lead the charge? Like, how you think them two should be looking at what they saw last night?
I feel like Bron and AD. I feel like I'm pretty sure Bron. He's seeing what he can improve better. Letting Reeves handle the ball and Russell handle the ball. I feel like he should take the back seat, like doing like cuts or do like the small like defend. Cause
playing off the ball, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, playing off the ball more. I agree.
Cause I feel like his game is kind of he can't really he's 39 years old. He not the LeBron James what he once was. So I feel like he not getting an opportunity for them to grow their game.
Okay, so you feel like LeBron might be in the way of the Lakers, of the young guys of the Lakers?
I'm not saying in the way. I feel like he's not. How can I say it? Because I'm not. I don't want to say he's not a good mentor. I feel like he's not getting that leadership to do better or like, help to improve their game.
I feel that. I respect that. I think short term, LeBron will definitely have impact on these young players, at least this season, as far as preparation and how to play the game. But, long term, I don't know how much of an impact LeBron will have on these guys. What do you think about the announcement on Joel Embiid? He suffered that meniscus tear yesterday, according to the reports. Now, most likely, he's already going to be ineligible for the MVP because he missed too many games. Philly might actually sit him down for the rest of the year, though. What's your thoughts on the 76ers sitting Embiid down for the rest of the year? Should they do it or not?
Oh man, I feel like it's a kind of it's kind of a sad situation that Embiid he's playing his heart out for the majority of the season, and I feel like he was just doing all the work. I feel like he was really. I feel like he wanted to do a have like a 40 point game. I feel like he wanted to take that role of stepping up to the plate. But
Yep.
I feel like he had the support system that he needed. Well, I feel like that's why he tore his meniscus. I feel like he did a lot for him to win games.
Yep. He definitely put a lot of work in this season. And I look at the 76ers as a Cinderella story. Like they are definitely a good team, but I don't think people had the expectations of them playing this well without James Harden, without bringing in somebody like a replacement to help out Embiid. But we've watched the evolution of Tyrese Maxey. A couple other guys are stepping it up here and there. Philadelphia is a pretty decent team, but if they decide to sit down and be for the year, it's over. They do not have the foundation to be a threat in the postseason without Joel Embiid. I know Maxey just dropped 50 points last night, um, second youngest player in NBA history to drop the 50 piece, but Philly as a team, even with Embiid, bro, I feel like they're still a piece or two away, from representing the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals. If Embiid does come back to play before the season is out, and let's say Philadelphia does make the playoffs, Justin, how much of a threat do you like this 76ers team to win the Eastern Conference?
Uh, I feel like it's hard to say because it depends on the rhythm of the team and who else is still available. We don't know if Maxi might be available, so I feel like it's a close call, but I definitely think they need to shut them down for the rest of the season. I feel like this roster is not gonna it's not a winning championship team, in my opinion, because you got Milwaukee. You got Boston. I feel like in a 7 game series, I don't think Philly can beat those teams in a 7 game series. Like they could beat other teams like the first rounds. When they come down to deep in later on playoffs, I don't think they can beat them teams, especially Boston.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. I think that there's definitely teams that Philly, if healthy, could give a run for their money in the playoffs. Excuse me, the New York Knicks of the world, the Cleveland Cavaliers of the world, the Indiana Pacers of the world. I think if they were to lock in with Philly, Philly would have a chance to knocking them out in the 7 game series. I agree with you as far as your sentiment on guys like or teams like Milwaukee and Boston. Um, the thing about it though, the Eastern Conference is so close, and these guys are so iffy. I don't know. We watched Boston just collapse last night, and Boston has been known to play down to the level of their competition, but we just watched them collapse last night versus the Lakers with no LeBron and AD. And when you talk about Milwaukee, you know, it's the Doc Rivers effect. Doc Rivers, I don't believe unless they won last night, he is still winless as a head coach in Milwaukee. And the record shows he is the worst all-time head coach in NBA history when we talk about playoffs. So I'm not really sold that Damian Lillard and Giannis is going to be able to get it done. These guys are looking good now, but these are teams that we definitely measure and judge once we get to April and May, once we get into the playoffs, and that's when it's really going to count. So Philly with Embiid, if they're able to get another piece, they'll have an opportunity. But today, if they decide to bench him, it's a wrap. There's no replacement. There's no substitute. There's no alternate that you can get in uniform that's going to give you the production that Joel Embiid. Maybe not you. You can't find anybody I don't believe available that can give you half the production that Embiid has shown this season. He has definitely been playing out of body. So
Oh yeah,
hopefully Embiid get well.
he played his heart out for like on into this part. But on the Doc situation, I think he in a tough position. Like Adrian Griffin, I don't think it's the coaching. I think it's the roster because they rostered. If you think they had like kind of a little small front line. I thought Giannis, Lopez and Portis. They don't have big players on their team. They kind of have like a small team. I told my friends that I told him that losing the highlight is gonna be huge for him. And it is because Lillard he provide offense, but not that much of an offense, especially like Trailblazers game. Like it showed that offense matter, but defense matters as well. Like Giannis, he can only do so much.
No, that's a straight fact. Hank in the building. Salute my G. Um, my thing about Damian Lillard is I'm from the mindset of the problems between Damian Lillard is not going to get exposed until we get into the playoffs, because I think him and Giannis is definitely going to bump heads when they get into series where it's like 3-2 or closeout games. I'm going to be really interested to see who's going to be taking over the realm in the fourth quarter, because Giannis has said that he's going to defer to Dame, but I think that was just all talk. Giannis has not even reached his prime yet, and he's already a champion. This is his team. This is his city. I just don't see Giannis giving over the keys like that to a guy who hasn't won yet. And I don't feel like Dame, who has wasted some prime play in Portland, I really don't think Damian Lillard is willing to be Robin for an entire season. I don't think he wants to play that role. I think Dame wants this to be Batman, Superman, not Batman and Robin. So I anticipate those two guys bumping heads when they count the most. Doc Rivers, again, I just think this is a nightmare. Um, and Adrian Griffin, they did him dirty, bro. 41 games. You get rid of this guy 41 games into the season. You had the third best record, I believe, overall in the NBA. You didn't give this guy a chance. You didn't get this guy a chance. And then the way, and I don't have no problem with teams getting rid of coaches in the middle of the season. You know, my guy LeBron is kind of famous for that. But it's all about how this guy depart. The way they made him look leaving Milwaukee, yo, he ain't gonna get no starting job anywhere. I mean, a head coaching job anywhere else for a long time, if ever. I don't like the way they kind of made him look, cutting him off the way they did, bro. So
So you
Milwaukee, I
don't
don't
think
know.
you don't think it was because his the situation going on with him and his wife? You don't think it was because of that? You heard about that?
I mean, I heard it could be a couple different things, a couple different reasons why Milwaukee didn't want to, move forward. And I'm fine with that. Milwaukee is a win now team. They just won the championship a couple years ago. So I don't have a problem so much with them cutting him off. I wish they would have given him an opportunity, but at least put him in a position that he can get another job. Like, don't have no stains on him. Like the impression in the NBA community to some is that he's not a player's coach. He's not going to be able to get along and adjust to superstars and stars of your team. And that type of stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about trying to get a head coaching job, he had 14 interviews before he finally got his opportunity to coach the Milwaukee Bucks. And after 41 games, you fire him. I think that's bogus. I think that's bogus. Give me 1 second, bro. I'll be right back. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to see how that play out. I did speak on Tyrese Maxey last night. He went off with that 50-point performance. I've been saying that Maxey is not a star yet. He did make the All-Star game. He dropped 50 last night. You like Tyrese Maxey, and do you feel like he's a star in the league right now?
Yeah, I love Tyrese Maxey. I feel like he was flourishing his game last year, like behind Harden. I feel like he was kind of jealous of Harden that he got this starting role over him. But I feel like this year he is a better player than he was last year. He got a little bigger. I mean, he got a little stronger. You
Right.
know, game got a little better. So yeah, I feel like he excelled a lot this year.
Last thing I got real quick this morning, I want to talk real quick about the All-Star selections that went down. It's official. Western Conference versus Eastern Conference. For those who don't know, the starters for the West is going to be Luka, KD, Shea Gilders, Alexandra, LeBron James, and Nikola Jokic. The starters for the Eastern Conference is Giannis, Joel Embiid, who more than likely won't play in this game. You got Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum. Yesterday, the All-Star reserves was named. We got D. Booker, Steph Curry, AD, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Karl Anthony Towns for the reserves for the Western Conference. Congratulations to those guys. For the East, we got Bam, Paolo Bachura from Orlando making his first All-Star appearance. We got Jaylen Brown. You have Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks, Tyrese Maxey. We just spoke on him, as well as Julian Randle and Donovan Mitchell. So congratulations to all those guys. But Justin, I got to talk to the bosses, bro, because everybody did not make it. Some guys got left off of the All-Star team. We got to talk about the snubs of the All-Star game for 2024, bro. We got guys like Trae Young who did not get selected. Sabonis from Sacramento. I think his partner in crime, De'Aaron Fox, did not get selected. Of course, when Victor Wembanyama didn't get picked as an All-Star, and Segan from out in Houston didn't get picked. When you look at this four right here, who do you say is the biggest All-Star snub?
I feel like every year is this kind of situation, but I don't feel nobody been snub because I feel like everybody's playing. Like all the players that made it, it's a close call. Like Sabonis could have made it. He could have made it over Paul George or Cat, but I feel like I don't think it's no snub. I feel like everybody's playing well. Everybody that made it, they played well. But except the only person I have a problem to make it was Dane. I don't think he should have made the All-Star starter. I feel like
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I don't think he should have made the starter. I feel like Jalen, he played better. He played a lot better than Dame this far right now.
Who?
Jalen Brunson.
Wait a minute. Well, so let me ask you this: Are you talking just this season, or are you trying to tell me that Jalen Brunson is a better player than Damian Lillard?
No. I thought I'm not saying he's a better player than Dame. I say he's a better player than him this season right now. Yes.
Okay, and you feel like Jalen should have got the starting nod over Dame?
Yes, correct.
Hood TMZ in the building. Salute my G. Happy Friday. Cole in the building. Shout out to my bro. Justice for Trae Young. Cole say Trae Young is the one. All right, let me go back and look. I want to look at the point guards for the Eastern Conference because I want to talk about Victor in a second. But Trae Young. So the options would be Dame, Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. Trae got jacked, bro. Trae got jacked and jerked. I'm not putting Tyrese Maxey over no fucking. This is bugged out, bro. I'm not putting Tyrese Maxey over Trae Young.
Well, I feel like Dame shouldn't have made it at all. I feel that's what they messed up at first. But
hold up, Dame is not an All-Star this year. That's what you're saying.
No, sir. I feel like Trae would have made it if Dame didn't make it.
Cole, you hear this madness?
Dame should not be there. He shouldn't.
Dame should. Y'all are tripping. How does Dame not an All-Star, bro?
Dame got a legacy vote. He shouldn't be there. He don't play better than none of them point guards. Not this season.
So y'all not going to. Are we not going to take in consideration him having to go to two different teams? Him having to adjust to two different teams?
I don't care. He not playing better. The All-Star is supposed to be about who's playing better, and the first part is supposed to be a popularity contest. He got a legacy vote. Simple. Why they gave him a...
We not the only one saying this. People saying that Dame shouldn't have made it at all. Now you see TNT said talking about it. Dame shouldn't have made it at all.
This is insane, bro.
He's an All-Star caliber point guard. Should he have been an All-Star? No.
This is ridiculous to me, bro. It really is. Everybody in their mother know year in and year out, unless he is hurt, Damian Lillard is an NBA All-Star.
Not this year. Shouldn't have been this year.
Yeah, I'm
Man.
thinking he's gonna make this year.
I don't care about the past years. This year, he ain't been out playing none of them names underneath him.
So to me, it sounds like neither one of y'all are even sold that Milwaukee is a real threat coming out the East.
No,
No, they not. They not. I feel like you're gonna see it in the playoffs when they run to Miami or Boston. I feel like you're gonna see that they not really. You're gonna see that. I feel like playoffs. You see a real team for what they is.
we gonna see
So
playoff Dame.
so wait a minute, bro. I'm just trying to put this in the right perspective, not only for myself, but for the American public as well. A team that just won the Larry O'Brien Trophy a couple of years ago, swap out a good defender for a future Hall of Famer in Damian Lillard, and y'all feel like they are not have or going to be a threat to the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
100%.
I don't think so. No.
Rivers, because if you say Doc, then I'm good with that reason. If you're going to put it on Dame, then I think y'all bugging.
I'm gonna put it on both of them actually.
Well,
Y'all,
I think Giannis got the caliber of like carries. I feel like if they do it, it's gonna be because of Giannis, not Dame.
does Giannis Justin get any blame this season if this doesn't work?
No, I think Lillard would get the blame because we know what Giannis can do. Like he won a championship. Dame hasn't won one. I feel like he said how he haven't had a team to win a championship. I feel like if he don't win this year, he's gonna have a big backlash and not winning a championship.
Cole, what about you, bro? Does he get the blame? Does Giannis get the blame, or does he get a pass if this thing just goes left and doesn't work at all?
I don't think he gets the blame. He put he knew he wasn't gonna win again with Drew Holiday because of the shot selection in the playoffs. So he thought he was putting his team in position by getting Damian Lillard, but Damian Lillard hasn't been playing to Damian Lillard standards this year. And then he had a coach, and he saw early that that coach wasn't going to win them a championship. Replaced him with, I guess, what he thought was the best option at the time. So I don't think he gets the blame for that. I think Dame and Doc Rivers are going to underperform.
All right. Well, let me ask you this before we get off the Giannis topic. He asked for some help. He got Damian Lillard. He asked for a new coach. He got Doc Rivers. He has been proven. He's won it already. But you know how people always say every year, here comes LeBron asking for more help. Like it's like we can kind of expect to see that every season from LeBron James. Is that going to be the same type of energy you think we're going to get from Giannis? Like it's never going to be enough. He's always going to be asking for more, whether he wins or not. Because I've seen him kind of follow steps of LeBron. So I'm wondering how long will we just allow him to just keep asking for more? I think he has to eventually produce again or get close.
That like just started though, because remember they won a ring in 21. They tried to rock out 2 years with Drew Holiday, didn't work. And then he said this summer, like I need something different, and it happened. So I don't know, like if they win, will he switch it up? Probably not, because that's really all he's chasing right now. But if they don't win, I 100% expect to see some changes.
So you think Giannis is past that whole MVP mindset? It's all about championships with him as far as mindset.
He got 2 MVPs. Like I don't know, like you feel me?
But he's still so young and he has the opportunity to win more. And you know, these guys focus on different things. I feel like his focus is definitely the NBA championship. I just wanted to get your perspective as far as his you think where his mentality is. Because like Joel Embiid, I feel like Joel Embiid this season turned the corner as far as his mentality. I think last year and even before, the MVP was very important to him. Of course, he wants to win a chip, but he really prioritized winning the MVP. Now that he got it, I feel like he's really focused on, you know, the next level. And that's why I've been impressed with Embiid. And I feel Giannis is kind of similar in that fashion. But what about Victor Wembanyama before we get up out of here? Els, what's up, my G? Salute to my brother Els in the Basement Sports Podcast in the building. What about Victor Wembanyama? I know the Spurs record-wise have been terrible, but Wemby has been box office, bro. If you've watched him play, I don't know about all-star numbers, but he's been like he's something. He's all-star, but he's like, to me, you need him in the all-star game just because. What do y'all think about Wemby not making it?
Absolutely not.
That's a popularity right there. What you say on that is like a popularity thing. Like, I think he's performing against mediocre teams. Like he's doing great against mediocre teams. The only thing I credit him for is beating KD twice in the same week. That's the only thing I credit him for. Anything else, like he haven't beat the Lakers, haven't beaten like the Warriors. I feel like he haven't beat those type of tier teams. I feel like if he would have produced at that rate, I feel like he maybe would have had a chance to make it an All-Star. But them players that made it of the West, I don't have no ill will against. I feel like everybody deserves to be there.
Let me say this, Cole, before you go. Karl Anthony Towns have had a good year. They had his name in trade talks. He has been impressive. He's probably had a better year than Victor Wembanyama. But I would have definitely selected Wemby over Cat all day, every day in this All-Star game. Cat is one of the guys that's not really needed in this All-Star game. When we talk about All-Star festivities, it's about popularity. Wemby needed to be here, bro. Box office rookie. Stage should have been set. I would put Wemby instead of Cat. What about you, Cole? What you think about that?
Nah. So I'm thinking back to 2004. LeBron is as box office as it get. Probably the biggest box office superstar of all time, and they didn't do that. So I think they're just staying true to that. And then giving Wemby an All-Star selection just because he's popular, kind of like it. Don't get me wrong, it's a popularity contest, but you can't be just popular. Like, these players are still playing at
I'm not gonna let you do that, yo. I'm not gonna let you say he's just popular. Wemby,
yes, he's just popular. He's not playing like an all-star. He's playing like
bro, you didn't watch him
a
versus
great
Embiid?
rookie. Huh?
You didn't watch him versus Embiid?
When Embiid dropped 70 on him?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but when we talk about Victor's game that night, didn't Victor play exceptionally well versus one of the versus the most valuable player in the league?
Okay. He's playing like a great rookie, but he's not playing like an all-star. It's like
is it a lock for Wemby to get the rookie of the year?
A lock?
Yeah, over Chet.
No. They go back and forth every month. Like, I don't.
But I think that's because of the media. From your eye test, from what you see, how does Victor not get this rookie? This is easy money for me.
You said Chet has the media over his side against Wemby?
Yes. Why is this even still a conversation? If he didn't, it wouldn't be a conversation.
Chet has the media over Wemby. That's crazy.
Bro, is Chet not in the conversation for rookie of the year? Is OKC not way better than San Antonio?
That's not a media thing, though.
That is a media thing. They're the ones who vote. What you talking about?
Literally.
The players are not voting on who do you think is voting right now when the kid MVP ladder comes out for rookie? Who do you think are voting?
I'm saying, though, like, check this out. We will see, like, and this is media, right? We will see Wemby do something that we've seen Chet also do, but we don't be like, oh my God, he's 7'5". That's a media thing. So when you're saying, and you just talked about how box office Wemby is to the tune of him being a fake all-star. So when we bring up the media thing, like,
I didn't say the media didn't love Wemby. Again, I'm talking about the facts of who votes and why Chet Holmgren is always in the conversation. It's been like this all season. The media is responsible for that to me. They the ones who voting right now.
But it's not like Chet's not putting up the numbers to.
He's playing great, but he has much more help. He has much more of a support system. Come on, he's not the best player on his team.
Okay, like, I don't know.
Wemby
is he's the second best player. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's the second best player on OKC. He might be. But again, I just feel like
What? Who?
by
Jada?
by a long shot, Wemby is just more box office than him.
They,
Wemby is in
you saying Chet is better than Shea? He's not better than Shea.
no
No, I
Shea
said
is definitely
second
number
best.
one.
I
Oh,
Shea is
said
okay.
definitely
second best. Yeah.
Shea is definitely number one. And shout out to Shea for getting the starting job, even though it's Steph Curry, which I think is bogus, but whatever.
No, he's playing better than Curry.
He's not no better than, but he's not better than Curry. See, I don't like this All Star selection, bro. We need to go by what we know.
No. I'm
Steph
not.
Curry,
I
Steph
said this
Curry.
season.
As long as Steph Curry is in uniform, he should be a starting point guard every year.
Yeah, but
No,
That's just how it should go. Just like
no,
LeBron should be LeBron should be a starting small forward every season, bro.
no,
What you mean? No, you're
no.
it'll
crazy,
be like that every year. I don't think it'll be like that every year. I feel like
bro.
Brian, he's earning right to start, like
These
because of what
boys
he.
put in that work.
Yeah, you got to put in that work to get that.
All right, fellas, that's all I got for this morning. I got to get ready for work. Man, unbelievable win for the Lakers last night, bro. The watch party was crazy cool. Again, I'm still coming down from this high. I don't know how we was able to pull that off without LeBron and AD, but they got the win.
Before we leave, you think the Lakers gonna trade LeBron? Because I heard that about it yesterday.
Everybody's saying that if LeBron wants to go, he'll go. If LeBron wants to stay, he'll stay. Genie Bus will not do that. They will not pull a trigger on a LeBron James trade unless LeBron like really initiates that green lights that LeBron has played out all his contracts in his career. I don't see him changing that now. LeBron will remain to be an LA Laker throughout his contract to me.
We'll see. We'll see next Thursday.
Yep. Lakers versus the Knicks in Madison Square Gardens, I believe, Saturday night. So y'all make sure y'all lock in. Stay safe, everybody. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Cole channel. And make sure y'all subscribe to In the Basement Sports Podcast on YouTube as well. He's in the live chat. The dynamic duo. Salute to both of my guys. I'm Seven Mitchell with the Best of Seven Sports Talk. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'm signing off. Justin, appreciate you coming through, my G. Be safe. We out. Peace, y'all.